Hi guys, how you doing? So we've just come back from a holiday, well, about a week ago now, so it's sort of going away in the distance, but I still have a little bit of tan, which doesn't really come out super good on the camera, but I do have some of my tan left, and I've sort of figured out a sort of a routine, I think, for the first time ever, that has prolonged the time between my tan sort of flaking away, which is called desquamation in sort of technical terms, and also going dull and grey. And I've prolonged that because I've been back a week and it still hasn't happened. I mean, I'm not as tanned as I was, but I'm pretty happy with the results. So I thought, you know what, with this video, I'm going to talk about how to prolong your tan and how to make it happen, because I mean, that is really what we all want to do. I mean, I know that's what I want to do. Every time I have a real tan, not from a bottle, straight from the sun, it doesn't happen often, I want it to last for as long as possible. So it's not going to be a very sciencey type of video this time. It's going to be more what I liked and what worked for me and for the face and for the body in terms of keeping my skin not flaky, plump, hydrated, keeping my tan for longer and making my skin look as good as possible. And trying to keep my tan. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to talk about, I think, is the face, because it's kind of what's most important. And also the face and the hands is what goes first. I always feel like my legs, they stay tanned almost for like 4 or 5 months. I think it's because we're wearing clothes over them and they're protected. I'm not really quite sure. Maybe the skin is thicker. I don't really know. But on my face and my hands, it just goes so quick. So I'm going to go through my routine with you guys and why, and explain why I think it worked. And also, so let's start. So the first product, obviously, you never go anywhere without this one. So this is the Exfoliator. It's still got the tape on it because I had to tape it up for just to make sure it doesn't leak. I always do that with all of my products. I just hate it leaking, and then everything gets all messy and everything gets taped. So this got taped as well. It's brilliant. We all know about this product. It is hydrating, it is brightening, it does not dry out the skin. You don't get that squeaky clean feel after you clean your skin with this, but it removes every single trace of makeup. This is probably one of my favorite products ever. I will be very upset if this ever gets reformulated or goes away or disappears, or I don't know what. This is my go-to wherever, whenever. And it especially works well to keep your tan. The whole thing about keeping the tan is, what I realized is, you got to keep your skin as hydrated as possible, as nourished as possible, and you got to stop exfoliating, or at least deeply exfoliating. So if you have an oily tendency skin, it might, like, this whole thing might not work out super well, because when you have an oily tendency, or if you have a dry skin condition, you really do have to treat it. So this is more tips for the face if you have more of a balanced kind of skin, because otherwise you really do need to be exfoliating. Exfoliating, basically deeply exfoliating, which is using acids, is turning round your skin much faster than it would normally. So it'll make you lose your tan a lot faster. So when I'm tanning, or I go on holiday and I know I want to sit at the pool or sit at the beach, I leave my P50 at home always, because I don't want to be tempted to grab the bottle if I get a breakout, or if I see large pores, or if I see anything, I just leave it at home. And then when I get back, this time I didn't actually use it because I thought, hold on, it doesn't really make sense, right? I want to keep this skin for as long as I can. So I also haven't used it until I guess my skin just gives up and it's like, okay, you really need to be using exfoliation right now. So I've been cleansing with this, and then every third day I've been using third or fourth day pretty much as I need it when I felt like my skin was getting a little bit too flaky or too rough, because I wasn't using the P50 or an acid exfoliator. I was using these. So these are like very funky colors, really not expensive. I think it was maybe £5 or something for 4 of them. It really wasn't expensive, and they're really soft. And then you get 2 sides of it, so you get this sort of really like, it's really massagey. It's actually really nice on the skin because they're really close to each other, and it really feels like tingly and massagey at the same time, and it is not rough at all. So it's very gentle, and it's also really hygienic because it's plastic. So it's gonna be not putting, like, it's really easy to clean, so you can like remove the bacteria from here real easy, and you haven't got to worry about like the loofah pads. I hate those. I always just kind of see bacteria growing on those loofah or loofah. I don't really know what that, I don't know, but they're not sanitary. This is sanitary. And I don't really know, it has like this bubbly bit right here. I don't really know what that's for. But this bit, this whole bit right here, really good. Really good. So every 3 or 4 days, especially in the areas, and then it has something like this where you can hold it, and then you just use it with the cleanser just in the areas where you actually really need it. I don't really do a whole schmeal of my whole face. It's just not the way to do it. This really good with the cleanser, but it will work with any cleanser. Really good alternative for keeping your tan and just still getting rid of a little bit of the flaky skin if you get it whilst you're on holiday, whilst you're tanning. So the next step is, so we're gonna skip the exfoliation because we're not using that. So we're gonna go straight to the serum. So you can use any hydrating serum. I mean, obviously I always go for the colostrum. I'm showing you a new one because mine looks really manky because I just came back from holiday and I'm still using it, but I don't want to show you because it's not presentable. So I'm showing you a nice new clean bottle that I haven't opened yet. So this is, any hydrating serum is fine. The colostrum is fantastic. The amniotique or the exfoliator or any serum really that has hyaluronic acid as well is also really good. Hydration, water, put it in your skin. If you want to keep your tan, if you want to keep wrinkles at bay, if you want to balance your skin, if you want anything good to happen to your skin, you need to be hydrating morning and night with a serum. Any type of serum, but make sure it's a serum because the hydration is going to penetrate your skin way faster and way better in serum format than in any cream or mask format imaginable. So this one right here. Another product that you can also use is a finishing serum, which is basically, I don't know if you guys know, the BR have finishing serums. We have 3 of them in the UK. So we have Le Grand Serum, we have the Fluid VIP O2, and we have the Yal O2, and they're all for different skin types. So what these really are is, they are very thin oils which are packed. And I mean uber duper, super duper, uber packed with lots of stuff. I don't want to swear. Lots of stuff in there. So there's amino acids, there's peptides, there's vitamins, there's anti-aging factors, there isn't any ingredients on here, of course there isn't. But this is pretty much, I think it is 97, this particular product, I think is 97% active ingredient. So another thing that I realized when trying to keep my tan is the most active ingredients I use in terms of amino acids, growth factors if you have those in your products, hydration, lipids, vitamins, all of these types of things, they reinforce your skin and they make your skin stronger so it stays longer. So that's also really important. And so what I found with this is that I mix this either in a mask if my skin is feeling a little bit too oily, or in my cream, like literally just half a pump, a spritz. I don't really get why this is a spray. It should be like a dropper. This should be a dropper. So, let's see. So if you do a whole spray, you get about that much. Yeah. So I use literally half of this, and then I put it in, what a waste, put my hands. And then I put it in my cream, or in my, with a mask I'll put the whole spritz, but in a cream I'll do a half a spritz. So you just be really careful, just spritz it like just a little bit. But I've got an oily tendency skin, which is why this one actually works the best for me, because it's the most liquidy, it's the least lipidic out of the 3 finishing serums that we have from Biologique Recherche in the UK. So the other 2 is the Fluid VIP02, which is fantastic if you live in a city and you suffer with large pores because of pollution. It's hydrating, it's lipidic, so it's nourishing. It's really, really good. If you have a particularly dry skin, then the Serum YAL02 would be for you. That rhymed. The Serum YAL02 would be for you. This one is Le Grand Serum, so it's like the tip-top one, but actually, if you have an oily tendency skin, this is the one that I would recommend. This is the one that I use purely for that fact. I feel like my skin gets a little bit too oily with the 2 others, even the Fluid VIP, because I think it's because the Fluid VIP02 has that O2 oxygenating complex within it, which basically stops the pollution from adhering to your skin. So it creates like a shield on your skin. And I think that it may make oily tendencies oilier, maybe make the skin less breathable or something like that. So any wash off VIP02 product I love, so the Le VIP02, I also use the mask VIP02, but the cream and the fluid is not for me. If you don't have an oily tendency skin, I mean, it's our best-selling serum, the Fluid VIP02. We have many, many customers who absolutely adore it. But if you have an oily tendency skin, out of the finishing serums, this is pretty much the one I would recommend. I'm going a little bit topsy-turvy. So if you mix this with a cream, currently I am using the Crème Hydra Vitesse. Yeah. So it's a brown cream. So basically I like to use brown creams in the summer because they contain yeast. So it just is that little edge towards balancing my skin, because I tend to get slightly more oily in the summer. I think most of us do, and this just kicks it off totally because of the yeast content. So it sort of looks like this. It's really silky on the skin, and it's really it's really silky. It goes in really nicely. It doesn't leave any sort of white cast. You don't also need to use a lot. And the whole thing about this is that it's got algae in here, which is energizing to the skin, which makes it bright, which is what we're trying to also do when we're losing our tan. We're trying to keep it bright and get away from that gray tan. And so as with Biologique Recherche, we have so many creams. I mean, so many. So this is the one that I'm choosing at the moment for me specifically at this time, but there are so many. So if this one doesn't work for you, you just need a cream. And you need to put it on morning and evening. You just need to keep the tan, but this is what is working for me at the moment. So that's why I'm sharing the Crème Hydra Vitesse mixed in with the Serum 3R or a nourishing oil of your choice. So I've also, and that's it. So next, again, a little bit topsy-turvy, guys. I am so sorry. Masking. So I always think about masking last because it's not something that I do on a daily basis. It's something that I usually do if I really need it, or I do it on the weekend. And the ones that I have been using at the moment are these two. So the mask VIP02 and the mask Viselastine E. So what I usually do is I take in my palm of my hand, I'll take 3/4 worth of this one, the mask VIP02, and 1/4 worth of this one. And that's again because of my oily tendency. If I do a whole face full of this, especially in the summer, it does not work for me. No. So this is more like a treatment. So again, you can use hydrating and nourishing mask. Guys, remember there's a really big difference. Hydrating is putting water into your skin. Nourishing is putting oil on top of your skin. So not only does the oil keep it nice and moist and soft, but it also stops the hydration from coming out of your skin. So it's super, super important. Great way, SOS. Also, if you've been burnt, the Mask VIP02 is fantastic. Don't put that on if you've been burnt. I don't think. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I don't want you to put this on and then be like, oh my God, it stings. But I've put that on, the Mask VIP02, and it didn't stink. So for me, I can vouch for the Mask VIP02. I think this would be okay, but it's not tried and tested. Can't think of any ingredients that would harm, but not tried and tested. Ooh. So that's it for the face. For the body, I got two things. And please, guys, remember, I am not such a anti-aging for the body sort of situation because I haven't gotten there yet, and I don't deal with things until I have to. Just not so smart, but I don't. So for my body, it's all about keeping it as nourished and as plump and as tanned and as smooth as possible. I love baby smooth skin. Oh my God, we can talk about that another video. But for tanning, I have repurchased this time and time and time again. I don't know if it's just because I believe the words that it says on the can, but it says on the can, tan intensifying sun spray. Why wouldn't you want that? Why wouldn't you want that? Plus it smells so good. It smells so good. Oh my God. It's like, oh, it doesn't smell like bananas and coconut, and it doesn't have that sort of thing, but oh my God, it smells like holiday. Oh my God, I want to go back to the beach. Oh my God, I love it. Okay, I've used 30. They have higher, I think. I use 30. I've never burnt with this. I have never, ever burnt with this. When I run out of this, and then I have to buy something else, that's when I get a little bit red sometimes, but I have never burnt with this. I highly recommend this. It's also super, super non-greasy. So this is gonna go in my face. I just know it. Okay, I'm gonna do it anyway. Oh yeah, I did, okay. So you're supposed to do it a little bit at a distance, but obviously I'm trying to show you on the camera. So it comes out white like that. Again, I love creamy products. Oh my God, the smell. So it's white. So what I love about the fact that it's white is that you can see where you've put it. So I have certain areas of my body that get burnt no matter what. Like seriously, no matter what. You see, and then it goes completely, it just goes. And the areas that get burnt no matter what is like the side of my boob. The side of my boob, always, and then on either side of my bikini line. Always, the first couple of days, always, nothing. I can put 50, 100, I don't know if 100 exists, but I put those sticks, literally look like a complete crazy person. I have put those sticks on my bikini line and on my side boobs, at a pool, in public, wearing a bikini, and I still burn. I think it's because maybe the skin there is so thin. I have no idea, but I always burn. So those two areas, yes, I always burn. The first 2 days I always get burned, and then it just goes. But, oh, I love this. It never pills too. And then if you get tanned, some of the SPFs, they like do a white, they like have this white cast. This doesn't do that. And then I also have the same for the face, which I can't show you guys, which is a cream, but I can't show you guys because I finished it on a holiday, and then I left the packaging in the room. But I will link it down below so that you guys know what it is. But also oily tendency, and it doesn't make me oilier, and it doesn't make me break out. And I did not burn at all on my face. Not one bit. Done. So, love Pisbrin. Love Pisbrin. Okay, so that's that. And then as a general luxurious, nourishing body products. Guys, I think I finished it, but I kept the packaging because it's so pretty. So this is La Tulipe by Byredo. It smells just like the perfume. I don't know if you like the perfume, but I love the perfume. Yeah, it's finished. But I can still smell it. So it's like totally empty. I just love the smell. I just knew it was empty. So I also got the Blanche one, which is exactly the same sort of texture, but it just hasn't got the same smell as La Tulipe, obviously, because it's their Blanche smell. Still nice though. Kind of smells like nappies. Clean nappies, like baby. It smells like baby. You know, but it's like powdery, talky powdery. It's cute. So what I love about this is that it is so nourished. Don't put this on your face. Don't put this on your face. You put it on your body and oh my God, it's like, it makes you feel like you are, I just love creams. I just love creams. Again, no white cast, but it doesn't, like it's not greasy, but it's silky. It is a silky, silky feel and it really works. It's one of those few like scented or fragranced body creams that actually works and doesn't pill. Like my favorite body cream ever is the Hermès Orange Vert one, like the green orange I think it's called. I love the smell of that cream, but it pills like crazy and it dries out your skin. It does not nourish it. But this, guys, really nourishes your skin and the smell is so faint when you put it on. It's like not overpowering. Actually, it's really nice. I'm gonna put this on. I'm gonna put some more on. It's not overpowering, so my husband doesn't moan at me in the evening, because with the Hermès one that I used to use, he didn't like it so much. But oh, it's just so comforting. Oh, and look, it just automatically makes me look like glowy and purdy, and you really can't see the tan on the thing. Yeah, okay. I am more tan than what I look like. Clearly. All right, guys, I think that's pretty much it for today. So I will link all of these products down below. I hope you enjoyed the video. Do your skincare, do your body care, keep your tan for as long as you can. That rhymed. And I will see you soon, guys. Thanks. Bye. Oh, and subscribe. Always forget to do that. Subscribe above. All right, guys. Bye.